When you lose your mind, the world is full of chaos. It's full of mayhem, sorrow, all that stuff. But if you're lucky, there comes a time where you wake up from it. And the world is peaceful. There's a spring to, like I don't know a better word, peaceful. Peaceful way to it. Hear the birds chirping, smell the morning air. It's like everything that caused you to lose your mind disappears. It's like you're starting fresh. It's almost like God comes down and wipes away your tears. All the pain is gone. All the nightmares. All the trials and tribulations. I experienced that before. And I was losing it. The world was so hard. It was so chaotic. I didn't know which way I was going. I didn't know what was happening. Then one day, it all disappeared. I felt a sense of peace. Life started getting a little bit better. Yeah, even today it's hard, you know. There's a lot you gotta go through. I mean, that's life. No one said it was gonna be easy. But it's more peaceful now. I'm on medications for my issues. I'm seeing a therapist. I'm getting my medical stuff going. Let me tell you what I got going so far. I got a social worker. I got a primary care physician. I got a back specialist for my back issues. I got a GI doctor for my intestines, whatnot. I got a dentist. And recently, I just called up to get an eye appointment scheduled. See an eye doctor. I got a psychologist. And I'm talking about the ones that prescribe you medications. I've got a lot done. More than I did back then. I'm off drugs. Been off drugs since 2024. Or was it 2023? No, 2023 I was still on drugs. 2024 is when I got off drugs. I wish I could get off of all drugs. Nicotine. God, it sucks. Ah, it went out. But everything seems to be running good for me. There are people in my past I miss. That woman that I met at the church that became my friend, that then became more than friends. I miss my daughter that I only really seen once in my life. I mean, I've seen her like It was a couple months I got to meet her. I got to know her. But it was during court battles, court cases, and child social service issues. And if you don't believe me, to have a kid, there is a church in Milton you can go to. Her grandma and grandpa work at that church. The grandpa is the preacher, and the grandma is the first lady. You could simply ask them. Oh, they'll have a story for you, though. A horrible story of shit I did. Or shit they say I did. I don't know if it's true. They may be lying. They may actually be telling the truth. I don't know. At that time, I was cuckoo. So I may have done what they say. But yeah, but I'm over it. I know I lost my daughter. I'll never see her again. You know? But I'm good with it. She's probably got a family, or not, she's with her grandma and grandpa. But, you know, after everything, I'm doing good. You know, I actually been thinking about going back to Chattahoochee. You know, so they can do a thorough check on me. To find out if I indeed have schizophrenia, or if it was a drug-induced thing. To find out if I actually have, forgot what it's called, dissociated identity disorder. And if I do, if it's dormant or if it's still active, don't know. I know I got depression. I know I got anxiety. There's no guessing on that one. I got PTSD. But what else do I got? Am I just is it just drug-induced issues? Or am I a walking time bomb? Who knows? Who knows? Boy, I got a lot of regret, a lot of guilt, a lot of shame. But it's time to move on. It's been time. I should have moved on a while ago. Shouldn't live in fear. That's what they say. But I'm scared. I'm scared my past will come back to bite me. I'm scared what I did before may happen again. I'm scared that I will find myself in a happy situation and it all comes crashing down like it did before. But I gotta look on the positive side. Gotta keep my head up high. I gotta trust that Jesus and God will watch over me, keep me safe from my own self and from others that wish to harm me, whether it be physical or mental or psychological or emotional or whatever other harm they can inflict upon me. They will lead me in the right direction. I gotta have faith. Everybody's gotta have faith that things will work out. And things have been working out. No, for a while I was on the streets. After getting out of jail, I ended up on the streets. But things happened. I ended up going to Panama City after spending a couple months on the street here or there in Milton. I went to Panama City for a little while, like a week, with my friend David Day. He's a good guy. Got his own issues and kind of hard-headed. Makes mistakes, but he's a decent guy. He tries. I tell you what, when I was in the gym, when I was having issues like the death of my mom, whatnot, he was the first one that was there. My mom had an ulcer blowout, ended up being hospitalized. He shows up in a Corvette. He borrowed his friend's Corvette and immediately came. He was the first person that came and saw me, the first person that talked to me, the first person that was there. Asked me if I was alright, asked me what's going on. He's a good guy. Well, after some things happened there in Panama, he brought me back here to up this way, dropped me off in Pensacola. I didn't stay on the streets for long in Pensacola. I ended up making my way to Waterfront Rescue Mission because this guy, he told me about it and he brought me there. Of course, I believe it was the Lord guiding him. I stayed in Waterfront Rescue Mission for like 10 days because you get 10 nights free being there for the first time. After those 10 days, I spent a week or so on the streets again in Pensacola near Waterfront. There is this guy that works there at Waterfront. His name is Palmer. He's the chaplain, or one of the chaplains there. He kept on pressing me to get into one of their programs. Well, I finally had enough of the streets and got into one of the programs. Half of me wants to say it was a mistake. The other half wants to say it was something I needed. I say it was a mistake because, it was so messed up. You gotta give up cigarettes. You couldn't leave go anywhere. You couldn't hang out with your friends outside of Waterfront. You had to cut off all contact. You had to work, which I was good with that, I didn't have money at the time. My check didn't get fixed yet. So I understood working for your place to stay. Okay, I get that. But then I got my money going. And I started paying $300 or something to stay there. It was my fee or whatever you want to call it. But I was still being made to work. Like, come on. I'm paying rent plus to get free labor out of me? I don't play that game. Oh, it's a work program. I don't give a damn if it's a work program. Every day, all day, almost all day. Not exactly all day, but to me it was all day. Well, stayed there for about 6-7 months. Ended up doing something stupid. See, the whole time I was there, I was getting vapes, you know? Smoking the vapes, hiding them. That's not what I got busted for, no. No, it's when I started smoking cigarettes in the bathroom stalls outside. The shower stalls. They have little shower stalls for people that are overnighters to be able to shower during the day. And I was working the showers. I was in charge of them. Well, this one time, I had a cigarette. I was like, I gotta have a cigarette. Like, I was having a massive nicotine fit. I would hit the vape. Nothing. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't take care of the nicotine, cravings. So I went into one of the shower stalls, lit up the cigarette, smoked it. When I was done, flushed down the toilet, you know, yada yada. Now, normally when I smoke a cigarette, I go in, spray on some cologne, you know, eat a breath mint, take care of it. This time, I didn't have time to do that. As soon as I walked out of the bathroom, after having that cigarette, a lady that was in the laundry area, which I was also in charge of, came out and asked me why she keeps on putting quarters in, but the machine ain't starting. Not thinking, I go in and talk to, what's his name? Chaplain, Jason. Chaplain Bobby. He's the one in charge of issuing the jobs there at Waterfront Rescue Mission. Okay, I'll go talk to him for this lady to find out what's going on, why it costs so much. He tells me, then just before I'm about to leave, about to turn around, he says, Danny, why you smell like cigarettes? Of course, I laughed through my teeth. I was standing next to somebody who was smoking near the bathrooms. I told them to leave. They left, but yeah, I must have got it on me. He saw right through that. He said, all right. I'll go back to work. So I'll go back to work. As I'm sitting there working, Chaplain, I forgot his name. Chaplain, I'm bad with the faces and names. Chaplain, Sparky. Chaplain Sparky. He comes out, you know, he starts looking around my work area, starts asking me questions. Yeah, well, you been smoking out here? I'm like, no. He looks around. He pulls up this piece of cardboard where I have my lighter hidden underneath. He just pulls it up, then puts it back down. Doesn't say nothing. He'll be like, all right, well, see you around. I'm like, ooh, okay, you probably didn't see the lighter. Oh, I'm good. The day goes on. Then this new guy gets brought out to the shower area. He says I'm supposed to be training him because he's going to be helping me with the showers. So I show him the ropes. I show him what to do. Well, it turned out this guy, he ain't my helper. No. After the work day is over with, I go in, you know, put my bag up, get ready to enjoy the rest of my day. And Chaplain Bobby calls me into his office. And he says, "How's the new guy?" And I said, "He's alright." I showed him the ropes. You know, he did good. And I said, "Thanks for the help." He said, "Oh, he's not there to help you. He's there to replace you." And I was like, "What, you taking me off the showers?" And he was like, "Yep." I was like, "Cool. Well," turns out, yeah, they were taking me off the showers. They were taking me off of everything. God. They asked me again about the cigarettes. They told me about the security camera. They didn't see nobody around smoking. They got me. I finally confessed. And they said they know. They eventually get around to saying that they're dismissing me. Meaning they're kicking me out of the program. And putting me on a 60-day ban from Waterfront. I'm like, oh, crap. But they said, "Don't worry. We're sending you to Joseph's Ministries." I didn't hear that. I was like, I was in deep thought, trying to figure out what am I going to do? What am I going to do? How am I going to survive? Yeah, I got my money now, but it's like the middle of the month. I ain't got squat. I'm broke. I got maybe $100 and something on me. I said, "Can you just drop me down to an overnighter? I can't survive on the streets without somewhere to sleep." And they were like, "You must not have heard us." I said, "We're sending you to Joseph's Ministries." I'm like, "What? No, actually, I didn't hear you. Sorry." "What?" Finally understood. Well, I'm here now. I've been here for about 6 or 7 months at Joseph's Ministries. Here is where everything actually started kicking off. See, in Waterfront, they really didn't help me with anything. Yeah, they helped me with the ride so I could go and get my SSI fixed. And they started helping me try finding a dentist. But that's all they did. They weren't pushing it. They were still trying to help me find a dentist when they kicked me out. And that's been 3 months. They were trying to get me a dentist. At least 3 months, I think. It may have been less time than that. But here at Joseph's Ministries, I've gotten a psychologist. Well, I started getting a psychologist at Waterfront, but now I'm established and got a psychologist, someone to prescribe me medications. I got a therapist. Got a neurologist. Got a dentist, which that only took me 2 days? Got me a GI. Pretty much what I said before in the beginning of this video. I got a lot going on in a short time. Thanks to Joseph's Ministries, I got a lot going on. I'm in a program now called Vocational Rehab. They are going to get me job training and hopefully get me a job based on my training, based on my experience, yada yada. But yeah, Joseph's Ministries has helped me a lot by giving me the freedom and the encouragement to do what I gotta do. Plus, they're helping me spiritually. We go to church twice a week. One for Bible study, and Sundays for a regular, Sunday church. The people here have been relatively decent, encouraging, more than I could say about certain people. Everything's been good. But I don't know, I've been thinking recently, I gotta move on from here. And I gotta get more mental help. I got enough spiritual help. Right now, I need psychological help. I still got a lot going on in my head. A lot of things I'm not sure about, a lot of stuff I fear. Just the other day, I had such an anxiety attack that I started puking. The anxiety attack and what it was doing to my body was that severe that I started puking. So I was thinking about moving to Lakeview's lodging. I hear it's 30% of your income. So I'm going to probably pay $300 and something. But then someone said that someone I know that lives at Lakeview Lodging said they're only paying $200 and something. Plus a $200 food and supply charge. So they're paying around $400 and something. Then I got another person that says everything, the rent, everything will cost me about $600 to $700 a month. So I don't know exactly how much I'll be paying at Lakeview Lodging. It will be a whole lot more than what I'm paying here at Joseph's Ministries. Here at Joseph's Ministries, I'm only paying $300 a month. But here at Joseph's Ministries, there's no real help. You gotta do everything yourself. Yes, they give you plenty of encouragement, plenty of prayer, but you're pretty much on your own. You got to figure out what the resources are that are out there yourself. You got to do the research. I can't do the research. I can't read it out well. And I definitely can't spell. I'm only been lucky that I've gotten this far. And how I gotten this far was because of luck. Let's say, getting my social worker. That came about not because I did the research and found an agency that as a social worker. No. That was out of sheer luck. So what happened was, I was going to Waterfront's clinic. They have a clinic there right at Waterfront Rescue Mission. It's through Community Health. Well, I was going there, but something was going on with my insurance. Some doctor issues, a primary issue, or something. Oh yeah, it was my date of birth. My insurance company had me down as 6/23/83. My actual date of birth is 6/26/83. So I had to fix that. They tried fixing that. I tried calling up my insurance to fix it, but nothing was happening. So they sent me to the community health clinic at Waterfront. They sent me to the community health center on Jackson Street. It's the main unit, the main facility within the area. I went there, met with this lady. I forgot her name. Trissa, Tanya, something that started with a T. I know that. I'm bad with faces and names. But while I was there, she helped me call up my insurance, do some things, try fixing it. Apparently it was fixed, yada yada. But while I was there, she asked me if she could help me with anything else. And I was like, well, see, I was always trying to get a social worker. I asked the people at Waterfront. I asked this intern that was going to Waterfront that knew of resources. But they all turned me down. They all wouldn't help me get a social worker. But while I was there at Community Health Clinic on Jackson Street, I asked this tea lady, well, do you know a place where I can get a social worker? She said yes. There at the Community Health Center, their agency has a social worker system. They referred me to the social worker system, and I finally got a social worker. But that was out of sheer luck. I went there to fix my date of birth on record. It was lucky. I was lucky that they had someone there wanted to help me out. I asked for a dentist. They, you know, anywhere I can get a dentist that takes, what is it called? It's the type of insurance I got. Dental Quest. And she said yes. She gave me the number and she referred me. Later on, a couple of days later, I get a call from a dentist's office. I got a dentist appointment set up. I go to a dentist. Yay. So I got my dentist going. And because of that trip to that Jackson Street Community Health Center, I got a social worker. After that, I started thinking about my past. Started doing some stuff on that Gemini. Figured some stuff out. And told my psychologist about this. We all agree. I need to get my head checked. I ain't talking about my mental, psychological head check. I'm talking about neurological. So I got a neurologist going. I got that going. I forgot who helped me do that. Oh, I contacted Sacred Heart because some things led up to me going through Sacred Heart. So I called up Sacred Heart, told them my situation. they referred me to a neurologist. Everything just started coming together. I got everything I told you in the beginning of this video. This last thing, this eye doctor, I did that myself. I did the research. I looked it up. But even that, it was kind of lucky. I used voice to speech or voice to text on my phone, told it my situation using Gemini. And it found a dentist here in Pensacola that takes my insurance. I was able to get no, not a dentist. I found an eye doctor here in Pensacola that takes my insurance. So now I got an eye doctor. I will be going to the appointment on the 1st. So yeah, since I've been here at Justice Ministries, I got a lot done. But it's not because Joseph Ministries has helped me. So I think it's time to move on. That's why I'm thinking about, the lodging at Lakeview. I got their number. I'm not sure. My health seems to be doing better, too. Whether you know it or not, I just paused the video. Someone wanted to talk to me, and now I completely forgot what I was just talking about. Yeah. Got memory issues too. Something about Lakeview. Getting into their lodging. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Only time will tell. If I'm meant to move on from here and go to Lakeview lodging, then that's what I'll do. But it's going to take me time to think about it. Oh, another thing that I got going on is I got a dietitian, to help me with my weight issue and my acid reflux. That's what's been going on. That's my story. That's how I got from point A to point B, and what I've done in between. If I think of anything else, I'll make a video for that. I still got issues though. But I'm doing better. Hope you all enjoyed this little video. It's about a 40-minute video, but little. I could go on and on. I got things to do. Gotta make a call. Gotta clean up some puke. Gotta get more cigarettes. Until next time. My name is Daniel Duet. You know me as Just for Giggles. Till next time. Later.